All right, Serby, you have the article out on Eli. Unfortunately, he didn't get in first ballot. Snubbed, or is that kind of justified?
No, look, I didn't expect him to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. To me, there's no question he's a Hall of Famer, but he's going to have to wait a little while. Next year's class is tough. A lot of it depends on who you go in with. He'll get in, and he deserves to get in for many, many reasons, which I'll go over with you if you'd like.
For sure.
But it didn't surprise me at all that for a number of reasons, one of which, of course, is the old anti-New York bias. That always plays a role. But the other candidates that did, the inductees that went in are worthy. There were other guys that didn't get in that are also worthy. But Eli's just going to have to wait. That's the way it is. Look, Harry Carson didn't get in. 8 tries it took him to get in. Strahan didn't get it. Parcells didn't get in for the first 3 times. So you can point to anti-New York bias if you want, but Eli's a Hall of Famer, just not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
All right, so let's talk about the resume. You covered the Giants, you covered Eli's career. We all agree that Eli Manning is going to get into the Hall of Fame. What are some of the top moments, Hall of Fame moments, obviously outside of the 2 Super Bowls that Eli put on his resume?
Well, I just think about his Iron Man streak, 210 straight games until Geno Smith was commanded to replace him, which cost Ben McAdoo and Jerry Reese their jobs. But the San Francisco NFC Championship game, when he took a licking and kept on ticking, he took a frightful beating in that game, kept getting up. The playoff game, the NFC Championship game 4 years earlier in Lambeau Field, when he went eyeball to eyeball with Brett Favre, won that game. He won another playoff game at Lambeau against Aaron Rodgers. So look, we talk all the time about playoffs is when legends are made. For those people that point out that Eli was 117 and 117 in the regular season, he was 8-4 in the playoffs. He's got a better playoff record than his brother Peyton Manning. Got a better playoff record than Jim Kelly, who went to 4 consecutive Super Bowls and did not win. A better playoff record than Dan Fouts, who's in the Hall of Fame. So which one is it? I mean, you can't have it both ways. He was best when his best was required.
On the flip side of it, what are the, negatives on the resume that kept him out first ballot?
He's New York's beloved Eli. He's my beloved Eli.
My beloved Eli.
I covered him when he first came. The very first Q&A I did was with Eli, right after the 2004 draft. He called me up. I was in my car at the time, and I met him at a hotel, just to show you what a nice guy he is. I met him at a hotel right after the draft, and we sat down talking, and over in the corner was his offensive coordinator at the time, John Hufnagel. Now, I don't know if he didn't recognize Hufnagel, but he didn't get right up and go over to Hufnagel. He stayed with me and did the interview. Well, he was a class act, great to deal with. Unlike some prima donna diva quarterbacks, you could always get Eli at his locker, whether it was his day to talk or not. Nowadays, you get quarterbacks who will only talk 1 day a week. And I think his brother Peyton was that way too. But Eli, easy Eli, perfect temperament for the New York market, and that's why he's my beloved Eli and your beloved Eli.
Thanks, Serby.
Thank you.